In this video, I'm going to give you a infinite money strategy for Ghost of Tsushima that works after patch 1.06. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel for the tips and tricks that will help you crush Ghost of Tsushima. This strategy centers around looting predator hides from bears and selling them to a trapper. Supplies is kind of the money of Ghost of Tsushima, and after patch 1.06, all the supplies chests have been patched. So I don't know of any that you can farm anymore. They'll remain open. But there still is Rushing Water Crossing, which is a base in the middle of the Act 1 map that is by the river. And it has two bears that attack it. And, I mentioned that it's a really great place to farm hides, but it's also a pretty good money farm too. And it's very comparable with the amount of money that you make from linen farming, although you have to go to the trapper a little bit more frequently because you have a 500 capacity on your collections that don't involve supplies. So you can go over 500 for supplies, but everything else on your satchel is limited to 500. So you can have a maximum of 500 hides, maximum of 500 linen. You get 15 for the linen, you get 10 for the hides, but this is a bit more fun than the linen farming because you are also being attacked by Mongols while you try to loot the bears. So that's the key here, is that you want to loot the bears. If you have the Charm of Inari equipped that you got from the Arrow Peak Shrine, then you should get about 20 hides per run. Each run takes about a minute. You might be able to get that significantly below a minute. I found if you don't try to kill the bears, it takes me over a minute. The key is you don't want to kill any Mongols, so you want to jump around, dodge, roll. Jumping, I think, works best, jumping over them. But you do not want to engage the Mongols, because if you kill the Mongols or you kill the leader, you kill all the Mongols, it's all over. Rushing Water Crossing will never respawn bears. And if you kill the leader, I think the same thing will happen. You won't get the bears anymore. You just don't want to kill any of the Mongols. If one gets killed by a bear, maybe you'll get to loot their supplies. You won't get much from that. You're primarily going to get the money for the bears. You get 10 hides per bear, right? So if you do a full run and sell all your hides, you should get 5,000 supplies. And then that should take you about 25 minutes, according to my estimates. So this should take you, restarting at the next checkpoint, you should get over 10,000 supplies per hour, just farming these bears to sell them to any trapper. Any trapper will give you 10 for an unlimited amount of hides. Each hide drops about 5, but with the Charm of Inari, that doubles it. So if you're doing it without the Charm of Inari, you're going to get half as much. You want to go to options, restart at the next checkpoint as soon as you see the second hide pop up that you've looted it. You don't have to wait for the charm to show you the bonus, but if it shows you the first one, then you know you've got it. Then go to options, restart at the next checkpoint, and start all over. Run. Originally, I was running to the far bear because it was taking so long for the Mongols to kill them. This time I'm running for the first bear, and I just go straight to the bear, and when I'm dead close to it, then I'll give it a few swings so it'll die quicker. But don't swing at the Mongols. And then run to the next bear. If it's still alive, give it a swing or two, and then loot it once its R2 predator hides pops up. I also wouldn't bother using resolve when you get hit, and so you might want to have like a heavy armor set on, like the Samurai clan armor, so you don't take damage, but don't use your resolves. You'll lose your resolves if you restart. And also don't bother looting ammo while you're there, because your ammo resets to whatever it was the last time you went through it, so you never get the ammo that you loot, but you do keep the predator hides and any supplies that you find. So you can actually loot the whole base jumping around like this, but you won't get any arrows, for example, or kunai that you get to keep. It'll say you have it, but then you don't get to keep it. Once you've filled your hide inventory, or you just want to go do something else, restart at the next checkpoint, and then you'll be out of combat, and you can fast travel to any trapper you want to dump the hides on. Okay, I'm Linus Wilson. Hope this helps. Happy farming. I'm going to send the Mongols after you if you don't subscribe. Good luck, Samurai.